Alright, so with this year's Super Bowl 59 that has come and gone, and even for what comes with these big events, that's right, trailers. And even with these TV spots that have debuted during the big game, but we didn't get a single trailer out of it. And even though I thought it was underwhelming this year with the way that studios I didn't want to plan their marketing for these upcoming big releases, such as with Mission Impossible, How to Train Your Dragon, Thunderbolts, and so much more. And so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down and recapping every single TV spot they missed during the big game and highlighting the biggest releases that I'm excited for to come. We're breaking it all down right here as well. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so miss out on any future vids. But now let's get right into it. And so yes, with the TV spots that came during the big game, but no trailer debuted online that came after it, especially with the studios this year that did not want to spend $8 million for an ad placed during the Super Bowl. And even though I kind of found that underwhelming, but even though with the TV spots that we got for the biggest upcoming releases, I was totally okay with that. And even though I was very excited, but even with Marvel Studios did debut at least one trailer, that is with Thunderbolts, which I'll get to in a bit. But now, so sort of with the first thing that they did is with the upcoming live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch. And with the way that they did this is it have Stitch on the football field being chased after the refs and the players. And I thought it was brilliant marketing and so hilarious of the way that they want to do it. It's because even with the live-action Lilo and Stitch, which they've been campaigning a lot in their marketing, especially from the first images that we got, especially with like teasers that we got, especially with Stitch on the beach, but now with him on the football field during the big game. And I thought it was pretty cool. But even though that we did not get the official teaser trailer, like the main glimpse of the movie, but I'm pretty sure like we'll get that like sometime soon, because even though I mean that movie comes out at the end of May, and it's so in like 3 months, so I'm pretty sure this was a brilliant way for Disney to market their film now early. I could not stop laughing at it. But hopefully that will get a full trailer soon. But I think this was a brilliant way to market Stitch, because they want to like feel the vibes of people that want to come see this movie, because again it's competing against Mission Impossible 8, the final reckoning. So moving on to Superman, and now as it was teased a couple weeks ago from James Gunn and a couple of other outlets that they'd be debuting a new TV spot teaser during the Puppy Bowl. That was earlier in the day, but before the big game. And for what we got out of it is just like a TV spot that lasted for like 10 seconds showing Guy Gardner. And I thought that raised a couple of red flags, because with Warner Brothers and their severe lack of marketing for Superman, and again, they showed a banner that says Superman only in theaters July 11th. But even if they want this movie to succeed and want to appeal to everyone, and this is the sort of James Gunn's DC cinematic universe, and this is like the sort of something new, especially with the debut of a new Superman. And hey, I'm excited for this movie. It's on my most anticipated list. It's one of my most anticipated movies for this calendar year of 2025. But just with the fact that we didn't get anything, perhaps like probably a TV spot with no new footage added, but with your biggest superhero movie that comes out in July, that's supposed to be like, but even if we got like a big game at TV spot trailer with new footage added, it wouldn't get got like so much hype out of all of the other trailers. But again, it kind of felt underwhelming, but that's what we got. And now next up is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And now we got a 30-second TV spot with some new scenes added. And now I want to break it down here. And now it starts with Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt running, and this is probably scenes from the first trailer as the frame is opening up, and we hear Kittredge narrating over the TV spot as this is Ethan Hunt's one last ride. There's some huge stakes to be added, and everything is on like an upper scale, especially with the stunts that are added. And even though they get like some cool action scenes, and probably like the scenes that we got from the trailers again is like the same scenes, but probably like extended scenes. But at the end of this TV spot, we see Ethan hanging on the side of a biplane that is high up in the air, and I cannot imagine like how much work that they must have put into this, especially for what Tom Cruise has said recently about the stunt. Well, while they were filming this, it says like you don't get enough oxygen while flying up in the air when that plane is going 130 miles per hour up in the air. And that to me just sounds like with this man that has put his life on the line and doing these crazy and insane stunts. But even though that we see like this new scene of the biplane taking off with Ethan on it, and so especially as this is going to be pictured as the big stunt that I'm going to be marketing for this final movie. I mean, like, even though that this is supposed to be the last installment in the franchise, especially for what Chris McQuarrie has added, that this is specifically like the end. There are going to be more installments and future spin-offs. But I'm gonna get to you. This is like the last stride and the last time that we'll see these characters. But again, this just gets me so excited for the final Mission Impossible movie. And I'll definitely be rewatching all of them before the movie actually comes out. But yeah, this gets me so excited for what's to come. Next up is we got a TV spot trailer for the upcoming How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. And this is starring Mason Thames, Nico Parker, Gerald Butler. And even though that we got new scenes added, I'm really liking the aesthetics and the vibe what the live action remake is going to bring, because especially as like, I mean, we're getting live action remakes this year, but even with, speaking of which, specifically for How to Train Your Dragon and the way that they want to pull this off, and I hope that this movie is good, and even though that we got new scenes added, and that is with Astrid and Hiccup, and that they are having their chemistry. That we also got scenes with Hiccup and Toothless, and even though at the end of that TV spot trailer it said a new trailer debuting Wednesday, so yeah, we have a new trailer for How to Train Your Dragon coming our way, and hopefully that it shows us more of the plot and the story of what they're going to be adapting. But even though I hope that this movie is good for so many reasons, because especially I don't want it to be like nostalgia bait or like a cheap cash grabbing product, and I just want it to be like a good movie. I hope it has like deeper new layer to it, and why DreamWorks and Universal would want to do this. But you know, I mean, I am super happy with this TV spot trailer and for what we got, and hopefully that in the new trailer that we get. And now next up is Thunderbolts, and even though that we did get a trailer out of the big game, as Marvel did debut a new trailer for the upcoming Thunderbolts movie, which is in theaters on May 2nd, and you know, I did do a trailer reaction and gave my thoughts on it, and I'll link it up above here and in the description down below. But even with this trailer, I want to give more of my deep thoughts on it, and that is, I really enjoyed the trailer. I thought it was the best thing that Marvel has put out, but not just with that, but especially with the music choice, the action, and with the way that Marvel wants to pull this off, especially with this anti-hero team from other projects joining in to work together to work for the government. And even though that we see, like, I thought the trailer with the Thunderbolts, they are taking on Sentry, who is an evil version of Superman, played by Lewis Pullman, and you with the Sentry going up against the entire team, and like, you know, like, this trailer is also a lighthearted with humor, but also with some like dark storytelling for the MCU. And trust me, I think it's like a grounded action thriller with the way that Marvel wants to approach this. But even though now we kind of see Bucky, and that is kind of going to be leading the team. I thought it was going to be Yelena Belova, but now it's going to be Bucky, and that is going to be in charge. But and especially as we see him put his vibranium arm to good use, and we see the team like interacting for how they're going to defeat Sentry and how well they're going to work as a team. But yeah, this trailer definitely had me sold, and yeah, I can't wait for Thunderbolts. It's on my most anticipated list. It's the one that I'm most excited for MCU titles coming out in 2025. And next up is F1, and we did get the big game TV spot trailer. You know, it showed us what we can expect for this new sports action movie with Brad Pitt. And even if you know him and in the genre of sports movies, and shout out Moneyball for that. But even with this new TV spot trailer, I'm really digging it, especially with the chills, and just like with everything that we're gonna see in this upcoming movie. Plus, it's coming from the director of Top Gun Maverick, and even what the movie's plot is, it's going to be about a former driver that returns to Formula 1 to race in the competition. So it's going to be a fun summer blockbuster. I think it comes out this summer, so I'm really anticipating it as well. So I can't wait to see a Brad Pitt in action taking it on the racing track, and just to go up against other race car drivers is something that I am really looking forward to. And even though it was only 30 seconds, and I can't wait to see what they debut during like the official trailer. And I'm just really excited for what this new sports movie is going to deliver from Brad Pitt. And now finally is Jurassic World Rebirth. And now, especially if you'll know that last week, before the pre-Super Bowl, that we got Fantastic Four and Jurassic World Rebirth and Smurfs that all got trailers before the big game. But now specifically with Jurassic World Rebirth, that we did get a big game TV spot, but it was just reused footage from the official trailer, but added. But even though like we got new scenes added, but even though I am really looking forward to Jurassic World Rebirth, and with the way that they're debuting it for how they are portraying like going back into the world of Jurassic Park, and it's gonna have that same vibe and feeling for what they're getting into. And yeah, I really enjoyed the big game spot, but even though it was just footage added from the official trailer, again, like nothing new, but I'm just really excited for it, and it comes out this summer. And yeah, that's all I have for it. And so for my final thoughts with all of the Super Bowl TV spots and trailers that we got, I thought it was underwhelming, but at least that we got something to look forward to for this calendar year. But mainly I'm looking forward to Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible, How to Train Your Dragon. So much more to be excited about for this calendar year of 2025. And yeah, I mean, that's all I gotta say. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments below, and what are your thoughts on all the TV spot trailers that have debuted during the big game, and which ones from this lineup are you excited for the most? Just let me know in the comments. Don't like the video and subscribe to the notification bell for future videos, and you also follow all my social medias over links down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.